from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A high-risk sex offender is out of prison and moving into a Minnesota town. Tonight, authorities want to provide you with details. Good evening, everyone.
His name is George Frank Cota Jr., and he's moving to Fergus Falls. The 59-year-old was in the Stillwater prison and was there for more than 2 decades for crimes that labeled him as a high-risk predator offender. Valley News Team's Giovanna Simic joins us live from Fergus Falls with more on Cota Jr. Giovanna?
Mike, Andrea, George Cota Jr. is a level 3 sex offender, and Friday he will be moving into a house on the 700 block of East Junius Avenue here in Fergus Falls. Now, he was convicted in Otter Tail District Court back in 1994 for first-degree criminal sexual conduct that included penetration. He is listed as a registered level 3 offender, meaning he has the highest likelihood of reoffending. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison, but he only served 21 years. And tonight, this meeting is held for community members to be aware and to ask any questions they may have. Now, tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10, I will have reaction from community members, and I will let you know and give you more information that Cota isn't the only level 3 sex offender living here in Fergus Falls. Reporting live from Fergus Falls, Giovanna Simic, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Giovanna. That meeting just got underway at the police department in Fergus Falls.
Fargo police are preparing for what might be one of the biggest single events in the metro area. The funeral of Officer Jason Moszer is on Monday. We're told around 700 squad cars are expected for the procession.
Officers from all around the country are coming to show their support. Traffic, parking, hotel rooms are going to be extremely busy. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson shows us how hotels are handling the massive event.
There are dozens of hotels in the Fargo-Moorhead area, each expecting the coming days to be really tight.
This weekend we're looking to sell out.
There are 2 major sporting events this weekend and a massive funeral on Monday for Officer Moszer.
We had a lot of law enforcement coming from out of state for the funeral.
Officers coming from Wisconsin, Iowa, we're told as far as Alaska, and numerous hotels in the valley are showing them some love.
We wanted to do whatever we could to help.
Home 2 Assistant General Manager Christine Beaupre
It's the right thing to do.
says they're giving away super discounted rates for officers and free rooms for family members coming to the funeral.
An unreal ordeal, and it's really sad, and it's really close to home. You know, something happening in the Fargo-Moorhead area like that is luckily uncommon. But we just wanted to reach out and help in any way we could.
It's the same community involvement that's been shown all week.
I think we always expect that to happen around here, which is, you know, you shouldn't take it for granted, right? But I think we always expect good things to happen when the community needs to pull together. Everybody in all different levels will do it, including business people, including hoteliers.
For the family, I mean, it's a tragedy, and we want to do our part to be a part of the community and just help them out.
While hundreds are expected at this hotel alone, Beaupre says there should be enough rooms in the area for everyone who needs one. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Again, Officer Moser's funeral will be at the Shields Arena on Monday at 1 p.m. If you can't make it, we are carrying it live on air and online. Clearly, the hottest, most sought-after items in the FM area right now are blue light bulbs. They are symbols as our community mourns the loss of Officer Moszer. And for the 2nd day in a row, the blue lights are in short supply. Fargo police got around 400 of them for distribution this morning. Within a half hour or so, they were all gone. On top of that, 500 bulbs evaporated yesterday. Fargo police say they hope to get another 1,000 for distribution Friday. Over in Moorhead, police are also expecting a shipment of blue bulbs sometime Friday. We'll let you know the latest on that as soon as that information is available.
So far, not a lot happening in the weather department, but how about tonight? Here's Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson with First Weather. Hutch?
Well, we've been accustomed to the cloudiness and the wind now from the south bringing milder temperatures into the valley, and in fact, many in northern Minnesota started the day in the teens below zero, and temperatures there warming up into the 20s right now. The warm air we see out to the west will be making its way in our general direction over the next couple of days. More on that in a moment, but for now, your evening planner showing temperatures hovering right where they are now, south winds right where they are now, even into the overnight hours. Cloudy and temperatures near 30 in Grand Forks as well. We have warmer temperatures to talk about, but also a chance of some mixed precipitation in the short-range forecast. I'll have details on all of that here in just a few more minutes.
All right. Thank you so much, Hutch.
There's a new wrinkle in the issue of the high cost of higher education, and for one Texas man, his student loans landed him in jail. The U.S. Marshals showed up to his Houston area door with an arrest warrant.
And it was all because of an unpaid $1,500 student loan from 1987. As Valley News Team's Bradford Eric uncovered, this is hardly an isolated case, and some current college students are rethinking their higher ed decisions.
If you've borrowed cash from Uncle Sam to get your college degree, make sure you're paying it back. The U.S. Marshals might show up at your door.
The people in debt out there shouldn't be afraid. The U.S. Marshals are going to come and kick their door down. This was an extreme case.
But this has happened before and closer to home. In 2003, Operation Anaconda Squeeze was carried out in the Twin Cities. 4 people were arrested because of outstanding student loan debt.
It's just real BS. They don't really need the money like that. They're just trolling.
Burley Holder says he has student loans and he is not looking forward to having to repay them.
In my mind, I was not going to pay any of this back. As soon as I'm out of here, get me the piece of paper, goodbye.
But he says it's a big problem. Students need the degree to get the job, and employers only want to hire those with a degree. And that cycle is extremely expensive.
Every single time that I fill out a FAFSA, it hurts me.
I don't think I'll have too much of a problem with paying it back, like with the type of job I kind of want, but I'd rather not.
Rachel Eliason says she doesn't think often about having to pay the loans back, but she's confident she'll be able to.
It's not free money. There's no such thing as free money.
Brad Johnson says if you borrow the money, that's your responsibility to pay it back. Nothing is free, including an education.
I don't think people should just get free handouts. You should have to work hard to, achieve your goals.
Depending on your situation, it could cost from $15,000 to over $30,000 a year to attend NDSU. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Putting people in jail because they're too poor to pay their debts has been outlawed since 1883. But if you are found to be not paying back the loans because you don't care, then a judge can issue an arrest warrant. For more information on how this works, visit our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story.
Every day, an average of 22 veterans across America commit suicide. Now a push is on to provide veterans more on the mental health counseling services they need right here in the Valley. A new Veterans Service Center in Grand Forks would serve nearly 9,000 veterans in the northern part of our area. Many of those vets now have to drive to Fargo to receive the services they need.
It's important because it's for our combat veterans that are transitioning back into their normal lives, coming back here once they're out of the combat zone. We need to work with them, and it also affects the family. It doesn't just affect the military member, the veteran man or woman. It affects their family members as well. For our combat veterans that are transitioning back into their normal lives, coming back.
Congress has already approved $258 million for readjustment counseling services. It's now hoped some of that money will be directed toward a new vet center in Grand Forks.
OPEC announced yesterday that it will be freezing oil production in an effort to bring back the market. But Iran is back in the mix and could shake things up. Decades of crippling sanctions against Iran are coming to a halt, and with that, they're looking to break back into the oil game, but they're doing so when oil prices are at record lows, and with 40 to 50 million of their own barrels in storage waiting to be sold. Iran says it still plans to ramp up production, although North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp is skeptical. She says with these prices, it's going to be hard to attract that kind of investment. But Senator John Hoeven is not skeptical. He says the Iran deal made it easier for our enemies to export oil. And now he's concerned about Iran getting back into the industry, and many of his concerns have little to do with oil.
Iran is the #1 state sponsor of terror in the world, so they're using those revenues to support their terrorist activity.
Both senators are banking on North Dakota continuing to grow as a significant player in the global game. But while many consumers across the country are high-fiving over lower gas prices and extra cash in their pockets, experts say the way we're getting those low prices may not be the best for North Dakotans.
Question for you, are you planning a wedding? If so, stick around. We can't help you with all the details, but we can offer you some tasty advice.
And after morning lows in northern Minnesota in the 20s below zero, some warm air will shove its way into the valley overnight. Hour-by-hour details show that we'll have some wind and mixed precipitation to deal with as well. Your hour-by-hour forecast is coming up next.